abusianfo and then so ya trasia na yensema ye de nam. Thank you, Mami Vivian. I say we are sharing and we are inviting. Thank you for doing that. Abusianfo video ya me bo e de kire mo yi. Se utie video no mu yie pa. E kire opefre se yewura John Dramani aya na adwene se Ghana ya kura bi e na odi ne hene e wo. Papa ne dwene se sabio Ghana fo said the nam so yetimi ko gina ho ekoto aba edi yi no so mra medi yeso no papa ne timu se no Ghana fo wo how e wo yemu e wo problem kese Jeremiah Allen na maiga mema won so akwa ba yi pa papa ne mu Ghana fo kete papa we ya na dwene se sama ye wo ya wa ba na de o de beye na koma so ade de ono pe se onyo e no ba abeyo abato na ye kwa akoto no andisi fo share ye bo omo eye den e share ye bo sha omo de share Ghana fo e na nam so e ma Ghana fo e koto aba na ye koto aba wieye nke ya ye me se bo share na nkrofo we de share ye na nam no so nti aye koto aba omo refiri ensem na omo ka kire ye nam so e ma Ghana fo birum ko se wo wona daje on the 7th December ekodi lie so anopa anajo ekoto aba no saa portion no se papa ni we free the oil ni nyina na different, completely different from what he promised, said he was coming to do for us. Enyema emfa emwa emfa nkoso emfa yeyo emfa nkanko emfa oyeyo emra omaima ena papa we na nidi akide kasa utrasi din na ohe niema papa we yeyo a utimu se the end results ana the edebeba ne se oye niema odebeboa ono ni party nye ni party ma there is different the oyo ni nyina no oyo the amani party said the beya ebetumi anya kwambi so afa so adiga na man so ache enye oban no how ena papa na fa sinebo se oyo ho adwuma ama hoto abaye so. First of all, Miriam, yenyina yeti bra John Daraga Mahama na obo can say oye campaign okay can send bebre ena kufuado the tax agumo so ena airport ukoho a untumi nyiniema okra wo niema na odi firama no ne de ba taxes eguso chi nipa kon ema nipa ntumi nkra niema mfira bontene ma akufuado ena amagaramse ekoso ne nkrofo afagaramse eye enti omuntumi nkunti agaramse akufuado ene MPP fo ache Ghana sika edi omo ache edi omo mfa Ghana fo nyuma akufuado ye nipa bone koko hu sika waje adi ye kan sema wo wiase nyina de fa na do danko akufuado ho se omo momo eba omo ne omo bomba yo ni yie omo na omo ba omo ebe sesa amanfo hyebre wo man no ama amanfo anya omo ho mama Esther me mo akwa abaye pa o ho te sen ne omo kan sem we nyina akire yen nanso yenya koto abana ye bobo ya he kan se papa we adi bema pepepe ena promises na oye ye ni nyina ene nsem o kan se oba na oba abaye ni nyina ni refiri ni nyina ena de oyo ene se NDC as a political party first, then Ghana. Miyanam. Say nyina ebe kaya. Bere bi atwem. His Excellency John Daraga Dramani Mahama Timiko Jina Babi Eka kyerɛ NDC members mpanyinfoɔ sɛ ɔmo nkɔ sukuu na ɔmo nkɔ sua nwoma na ɔmo mɛyɛ lɔyafoɔ na ɔmo mɛyɛ mmeranimfoɔ ɛwɔ ɔman no mu because according to him no Nanado ɛde MPP foɔ bebree akɔgu Supreme Court hɔ enti NDC foɔ so nkɔ sua nwoma na sɛ onya akwanya na ɔba bɛdi Ghana man so a watumi apake NDC for the Kogu Supreme Court ho na balance aba sabio ya sem dibia ɛhɔ no saa sem ya papa we kan ye no ho sɛ nka ye kuro bi a ye serious pa sɛ ye kuro bi a ye man no yo ɛho nsɛm ehia yɛn na ye taking it serious na yɛn yɛn na me NDC ɛna wo yɛ MPP ɛna wo yɛ dakatini ɛna me yɛ broni me yɛ asantini wo yɛ dagombani na mbom no ye one nation sɛ te sa enka papa we Ghana ni ba bia ni ho anka obekɔ akɔsɛ ne bre akɔgyina wo so ɔyɛ den ɔkɔ akɔto aba ɛde ama papa no because saa asɛm na papa no kaa yɛ no na yɛ criminal state from the beginning. Ɔman a democracy ɛna ɛyɛ adwuma wɔ mu no sɛ woyɛ leader of a party na wotumi gyina baabi bie wɔ ano ka sɛ sabio the judiciary hɔ no your intention is say wopɛ sɛ wo mmra na woma pake NDC form for nkɔgu hɔ a it is undemocratic expression ɛnyɛ kabi ma minka bi amanyɛ ɔkasa ɛne saa kasa no na so Ghana fo ebu ani gu so civil society for ebu omo ani gu so council of elders ebu omo ani gu so enipa omo agi din wo man num ebu omo ani gu so yanka hwe ankyere papa yi na yede ne saa na papa yi atumi anya tumi no enne abɛhye ne bottom papa nya tumi enne de ben na ode ba John Dramani Mahama said the pillar of our democracy the justice, the judiciary, chief justice, ne homa asem, onye bone, oni bone, obiam fa complain man, ne ho se papa no ye na juma ye. Ana papa no ni ahodene, so obeye juma no. John Dramani Mahama ni NDC for pese omuntu ma menum free sabio na konwa otim as a chief justice. Na ye dear ben na ye no aye amene ye aye di ama ye yama to say boni ben na ye Ghana for the aye NDC amanyu kwe na me no so santia said your mo ye ne titibrem otanya omode time sabio just chief justice ne judges are omo ye omo adwuma ye na omo nye partisan sa otan no eno a ene nenso John Mahama ba odi besi maami we so na chief justice no se onye obone se bibibi ni ho se asem bi ni ho eda di pefe se maame no ntumi nye na adwuma se de ese na efata de na ma John Mahama akwanya se otumi so de se he is going through process to what to sack the woman from his chair. Ninyina say there is an interest. John Daraga Dramani Mahama knows what he's doing. Papa no enim de oyo. Papa na yana dwene say opeso nsesa Ghana mra na ewo Ghana manmu a eye concerning the governance, the period of time obetumi a lead as a president no. John Mahama empese 4 years we are eba no etwamu a obejai na ne willing to be a president no papa ne empese obejai ato ho. John Dramani Mahama pese onyi sa chief justice we mfiri ho Now onkofa NDC Chief Justice metna ho. Now monfanye nyuma mienu. Because to the NDC yamanyoko bi omo edo emra ye yo omo mpe emra omo mpe se wo de mra ye adwuma omo mpe omo de omo nima ne buga buga de omo nima ne trekish wo treke amanfo enti John Dramani Mahama ne NDC fo mpanfo ayo mo adwene se NDC amanyoko na eda ho enne no se we John Dramani Mahama firi ho a they don't have somebody obetumi akita NDC party no in the 2028 campaign, the 2028 presidential elections no NDC for omuni nipa obetumi ayi ni so omra a omo gide woni mu so obetumi awene power. Maame na odi Jo Mahama chi a yaka na ahye a yakata nanim a vice president ya oye unknown to everyone. Sa maame no se Mahama wie ne term 4 years we na eba na maame ne ntimi metena ho so ye presidential candidate for the NDC because ono no ankasa no on sheda nye politician. Enti dia na Mahama ne nkrofo ye Mahama ne nkrofo pese omuntumi nya de omubetumi aye bia na yensesa chief justice no mfiri baabi otie na yenkofa doma ahene a oye NDC ni mapa doma ahene a oye de bai NDC communicator doma ahene oye NDC seria kola yenkofa no no matter how to say chief justice na ontumi nya de amend the law, the constitution itself to make sure say John Dramani Mahama in 2028 can still go for another elections. Temi biemo, temi yepa. Sansem na ebu boba. Sansem na ebu boba no. It is not happening just for nothing. Sa Chief Justice asem na koso no. Eye prot coup d'etat. Franco Finuya mo akwa papa. Sansem na yetitini won framam and NDC for person munyi Chief Justice enu emfri ho no. Eye the initiation of a coup d'etat NDC for a prane. Says ye Chief Justice no free ho. Na ye kofa NDC ni Chief Justice babetena ho a ye betime amend the constitution no. Enye complete amendment of the constitution. No. We are going to amend the constitution. The only part ekasafa the number of times, the number of years that a president, someone, a Ghanaian can lead, can be a president. And he said, Ghana for painful. Ghana for nim defo. Ghana for na no almost radio stations, TV stations, a hona no moda. Odikenom. Aye. Odikenom. Enkwasi afoko fi oduro nom. Ghana asofufo. Emranimfo. Professor Jampo nom. Ajimifo lawyer Kweku ne nkwasi afo no. Mo mra bonten na munyina mo mekasa. Mo meka ntre John Dramani Mahama se Ghana nye na kura ase. Wafa de ahye ne bottom. Say John Dramani Mahama pese or amended the constitution. It is not only, and you can say only about how many times somebody what can lead. Constitution da hone yare. Sa constitution wofene den Jerry John Rawlings ye no. Yade wom. Yade wom ne say that constitution was to protect Jerry John Rawlings. Awudifo no, the modeler. Emra wo constitution no mu nyina no. The sense of it was just to protect who? Jerry John Rawlings. Sa constitution yarefo we mu ana ya twe mu say when somebody finish so be wie na juma as a president a yetumi mfa ne court. Sa nkwase constitution ya na kire say after years of your service as a president, anything that you have done, and someone anybody a wadi biano, any kwansi yetumi do court. This is because enama wudi any boni and rolling CD yentino, he was protecting himself with that constitution. Entimi bisao say, adentia enipa obia also pese wonkuntia kataso ne proye ne kankan emfiri omanum. Na wonim se samra wewo constitution ma emma kwan ma yemfa president nko gina daka mu tutu na no. Adentia wonkun wonfa wonim de enya adwuma se saade ne be ye free constitution na yama kwan say after your service, just one day after your service, you can be called and cautioned. Now, no, who do we the issue of how many times you can serve as a president? I say, bibiane ye pesemin kuminya issue, personal interest, die menya wia, die menya di, kwanya mefa so metumi abokro no ache. Afro, mami afro me wakwaba. The sense of everything that the NDC is doing today, and about you, meka, me see that be a meka se mo yachro. Say, whoever, wa ukoto abana wadwene da wuti many said John Mahama was coming in power to think about you, Biano. You have done a very big mistake. Why mistake is here, pa? Because sa papa no, you know. Look at the number of problems that we have in the country. Where how I would do that yeso or my mu. Where mania Ghana for my huni or my mu. Where a common dear man for where doom so I ekoso or my mu. Dear Bene who here John Mahama, dear who here is obey Chief Justice at their free position. Me be my oheme. Into a battle na ukoto you know. The entire ukoto abani said John Mahama mbra no me Chief Justice in free position ana. Huh? Bra John Mahama eye campaign no. The promises or the promise Ghana for no. He bisa say now the removal of the Chief Justice was a part of the campaign message. Anybody saying, and the removal of the campaign or removal of the Chief Justice, ababeye the main issue of the government. Kwanya yebe faswa yebe yi Chief Justice ya free ho. And amachire no. Ye yi Chief Justice ya free ho. Akofa do ma hena ba betena ho. NDC ni, NDC communicator, NDC serial caller. Na odi Ghana mrana beshe ne bottom. Na odi aye ama kwan ama ndisi amanyoko no assign atumi edi John Dramani Mahama assign aba 2028 say enkoto ne so aba. That is the only reason why they are doing whatever they can. That is the only reason why they are trying to make everything possible so that they can take away the Chief Justice from his position. But it will not work. This is not something that is going to work. Ghana for MPP 1.4, don't sit there. The Parliament of Ghana, the minority in Parliament must to put their feet on the ground to avoid this. Because well, say Chief of Justice way, and this if what me born modern a free wa asemaba. So we say Chief Justice we free or no mo find this seat and this ni betra o man Chief Justice ya Ghana man ye NDC for there because temi ye the arms of government no e there ben the executive, which is the government, the parliament, which is the legislator, right? Then we have the judiciary. Some way, somehow, no, they were supposed to be neutral to political issues. And the Parliament of Ghana, and the Parliament of Ghana belongs to the NDC. They have the speaker, and they have another 188 parliamentarians out of how many? Out of 270. Plus independent MPs. And to say the three arms of government now, and none yet sabio the motto of the government no NDC for dear 2 year more dear John Mahama na president. He is the executive board CEO of the executive what them call arm of government. On ne dano omo government no machinery, the government machinery na ankasa no the executive na the government ministers and everything ni nyina no hwan omo nyina NDC for parliament na down NDC for there ene say ye transema NDC for kofa chief justice or NDC ni betra chief justice position a Ghana man na eda ho no eba be NDC for there completely. Don't forget to say the media itself, the media, which was supposed to be the fourth arm of government, I was saying what with the people, no, ya tuto munyina from A to Z. About 75-85% of Ghanaian media, they are all in the hands of the NDC. And this the judiciary, the only armor. Sabio, yebetumidi ansasi abu na kase enye NDC what them call ideology na bom na ye neutral institution wo man no say na ye trase e ma ye kofa chief justice or NDC ni betena ho a Ghana man no e ye hemfo dia. I'm asking you a question. Say any say ya all one John Mahama needs to do is to what? Propose an amendment of the Constitution. The amendment of the Constitution will go to the Parliament. The Parliament will vote over it, and they will submit it to the Chief Justice at the Supreme Court. Adian could do Supreme Court to her. Why not to her? And this in it to her. I was saying a referendum. But that referendum will be easily manipulated by the NDC because they have the numbers in every part. The media will campaign for them to convince Ghanaians that you have to vote in favor of what the NDC is proposing. And the MPP minority, the mighty minority, must to set up in the parliament, must to make sure that this proposal of removal, say the Chief Justice not the because ye Chief Justice not the say woman, Ghana you automatically belong to NDC and finish. Now say yes sir, the character of these people, the nature of these people, the way of doing of these people, the Rambo style of governance, the coup d'etat mindset of governance, so Musa nyesa to me when you na edi chom who share. What is going to happen in the country? Dear Nebesie. Dear Ben and Nebesie. Say a transema sanema we koswa. The country has been sold into the hands of Ibrahim Mahama. He can do whatever he wants with the country. Because at the end of the day, with all this members of parliament. At the end of the day, say the Chief Justice who be NDC, at the end of the day, with all these media platforms and in NDC bought media, omuka omuhugum, no omuka so omu manipulate the mindset of the people. It is gone. Ghana is gone. And they will make sure they will take every pin from the pocket of the ordinary Ghanaian just to enrich themselves. Just what? Enrich themselves. Senka sabio nkrofo wo adwempa bi na wo mutim. Ena nkomo this superpower. Ena nkomo pa bi aka ho. Na nkomo atumi aye nnuma ama nnuma koso. Nobody would have talked about that, even though it is wrong. But ye ni mo dada. Mo dada. Se nkrofo we omo ni tumi kura po na adeboni omo ye. Na ubema omo absolute power. What will happen? Ene hwede ekoso. Ene hwede ekoso. Hwede ekoso we yenwurem. Yensuo ho. Hwede ekoso. Ene hwede ekoso in the sector, in the energy sector. Hwede ekoso. The dollar to Cydia. Na Dr. Bawumia managing a massage no ma eko from the biana etiko from the ne ate Praga. Ate Praga. And this would to me kesiese kwashem kwasiafo wensa. They will not do anything and you will not even have the right to express yourself. Now look at what is going on. The whole government machinery, the whole national security is going after Ketachia Frifa. And the silence of the media, it is something that we know. And then the silence of the media, it is their main agenda to make sure say people cannot talk. Me Joyce, papa. That is the agenda. Omuni absolute power kura di omu ye ni o. Na tumi ewo man no nyina e ba be di omu nsam. De ben na ye behu. De ben na ye behu. And I'm calling on the NPP MPs in the parliament to stay strong and focused, really focused and concentrated to tackle this issue. To tackle this issue to the bottom. And say omobaye di ombe to me bia. Now the Chief Justice sacking no emma so because yenya sacking Chief Justice in the free ho say wom. Me say automatically listen it from me. Ghana minor ebeye NDC for dear and they will do anything to manipulate any decision of the government. Because that is what they are after. And no, and a John Mahama everywhere. And on a John Mahama everywhere. No one who can obey Faswa or didn't sabbat to a man for bottom. No, they are chiching a bushia. Then Crawford and the NDC leadership said they be ya a mobile to me at Ghana for Adrene. No more dear so emirating. So the MPs in the parliament must to stay focused on this issue. There was someone from an INC form. Now this removal of the Chief Justice, and happen, and muscle, and something possible. After your markings, Uba Juma yepa. But Sassen we monfani serious. Na mon kama yewura Dariga John Dariga Dramani Mahama antene ho ase se oman na eda ho no enye ne papa japade oman na eda ho no enye ni kurom hene de oman na eda ho no obi ne ka ye ntre no ba bia say he must to rule for more than what it is being prescribed already. He's a human like Akufo-Addo. He's a human like J. Kufuor. He's a human like all the other leaders. Omo go away according to what the Constitution provides. This is something very serious, Abusia. Sadie way, very, very, very serious. Which I think say the best thing we can also do on the social media is to start hashtagging remove your hands from the Chief Justice. We must start hashtagging hands off from our Chief Justice. You see what they are doing? They are trying to sack all Ghanaians who are working and put in NDC people. They are trying to sack the Chief Justice to position NDC member there. What do you think is the meaning of all this? Just to make sure they can conquer the country and the country will be for them and they can govern many, many years as they can. Entabusia, Mesre said the NDC must understand, say, Ghana is not their personal property. Ghana belongs to each and every citizen of the country. And you all have equal right. It is not a matter. Yes, hashtag stay away from Chief Justice. Moma yes hashtag we na enkovaria. Moma yenyina because now the social media uskani medasepa. The social media is more powerful than the parliament itself. We are Ghana ni now pe Ghana ye. Now pe we ye you are. Me see Facebook channel no or Facebook profile no. But more than a hashtag stay away from Chief Justice. Moma yem petition on the social media. Mr. Yensesia, don't wait for it to happen. Let's start it today. Because a attempt. It is an attempt. It is an initiative of a coup d'etat plotting. It is an initiative of a coup d'etat plotting. Say Amroko, these people will hang Ghana. Now, you see any monipa awia. Yen shokania en hena nimu da ben anajo. Mami afrim pa no akwaba. Se unim nipa awia yen shokania anajo se kwa kohena nim. Do you remember the 8th parliament? The NDC for the Ghana for. Now, Ghanaians sometimes you think and you don't understand actually the number of people in Ghana that thinks and makes sense in their mind. Who do you want to say ni pado say ni timi koda na jo dwene make sense out of what they think. Ahokyere a eba Ghana so post COVID. Ahokyere Ghana famu post COVID no. E bia na dwene say a mismanagement and a man cause. A mistake. I want to buy Ghana for so after post COVID in the extreme hardship a bad society no was well orchestrated by the NDC. Adentia because they had numbers in the parliament and omoye diombe tumia bia said the beya initiatives are buying their bank ebe boamo mine sabia ho kire ne beba nanka enwura ye nkese ema ye ho kire ye no sa nkrofo wetimi e de omo numbers in parliament and make sure say they make the government business undoable because of power. And this nkrofo no omo tesa no say omo absolute power, they are not going to use it to make your life better. But they are rather going to use it to make your life miserable. Said the beya, day in, day out. You can be what? You can be what? You will be dependent to them. That is what they want. Entiabusia, hashtag stay away from the Chief Justice. You know, the hashtag that we must do. Ghana ni babia. Who do Ghana now pe Ghana nenkoso ni ye yo biano. Mesrew on your Facebook page. Do that hashtag now before it is late. Yenyina. Mume nyina yenye. Muma yenyina yenye. Na se yenyina etumi ye saade we ya. It will change the narrative. And this from Penfobon say Ghana for ye niabre. And this Fobon say Ghana for ye nyemwa ye teniamase. Some of the plans that they are planning, no, they will take it back because who say we are thinking like a human being. So be a utumi koto abama no so onko parliament nko ene aban ko di nkomo onko representative no mfa wo how enko na aban nso ofo how ma okoduru parliament ho a na tumi na odi ama ne se onfa nkobo oho ban ema yie yo mra wabrabo mu no no di saa tumi no ekokon de atia wo yie yo nkanko adentia se de be ya NDC beba ma ebeba be di Ghana ba Ghana man so ene ne ene enti se yanyere ye ho ankokodene antia nkrofo we ya saa tumi we ye omoanya na ATS no they will use it to conquer every part of the country. They will conquer every institution. They will scatter the country into their personal pocket. Meaning, the institutions itself will go into the pocket of Ibrahim Mahama. And that will be our end. That will what? Will be our end. Entiabusia obia en hashtag me yemi DSCR. Hashtag stay away from the Chief Justice. Me yemi DSCR wonso yaudie. Ya wonso DSCR. Stay away from the Chief Justice. Yenyina uma yenyina yenye den yenye me yemi DSCR also yaudie. Hashtag stay away from the Chief Justice. Obi anya ne de. Me yemi de na yato aso. Ai. Abusia, mayeme de. Osukona koya ode. Stay away from the Chief Justice. Obi anya ne de. Oma ya hashtag sade we. Na yamane nkwa bonten. Na NDC for who say yes, Ghanaians, we are sensible, we are critical thinkers, and we think beyond the ordinary banku dokron chinam. Muma yire ho na yamasa hashtag we into me enyina nan so. Yawie segment we no na ye to aso akoyanim. Na abusia I want to talk about this issue. I really want to talk about it. I really want to talk about this. The video.
What was this one money side is about the chama? Now, I got the chamuna, Obiana Benjamin. Your pensions in this man can see a shopper. What was some money and you could? Never see the baby, that's what I know. Ghana Kwani are they? Oh, I almost have a Germany store out there. No, I had it. Put the car out there. Almost a German. for the I don't know here. Yes, I see everybody is here. They say to be a comedy. I also comedy. I know money I want everybody. I know money I want everybody. And now the here assassin the air. The boys will go up a baby. And be quiet now. Now, I can't say some money I want here. And be quiet now. The here assassin, I can't say here. The here assassin. Your basement.
Abusianfo sir. Abusianfo moment kind of hashtag Hans hashtag stay away from the Chief Justice. Mama yaman and koso de be hia yem pa e be hia ye. Abusianfo mu nyina ma hu video ya sabio me bo e de kire mu yin. Na bia na ubisa se na sa video we nso efiri he. Muntala Mohammed. Muntala Mohammed. Oh, the NDC say udi omo na uti omo nsem yi a. You don't need to be told, say they lack what we call sense of leadership. Chesen Crofoway, they lack what we call empathy with the people. Sankrofoway, what they believe actually, and they say, omoni omoma ni omunyanom ni omo fasianom ni omoma omono omu deserve a good life. Abrabo a efe, abrabo a eye ahomka, abrabo a eye comfortable no. These guys Sankrofoway, omudwe se omoni omunyanom, omo abusua, omo yerenom kwa and omo deserve to have a good and a better life. But all the rest of Ghanaians yakano, yenom no, Jimino edoso yadwinim. That is what these people think. Enti the omodwene say yenom no, the yepe, the yehwehwe, the yani edi achire eni aduane. Tiemi ye pa. Enkrofo we dwen say ye de yehwehwe. The ode maya na yakoma atoye yam. The ode maya na.
The
ode maya na maya kuma atoye yam. Enkrofo we dwen sa omo ye de enam Jimmy kakra etare ye ho na ye Ghana fo nti no ye ya brabo de ye hwehwe ene aduane enti de omo dwena ne se the only problem a Ghana ni ba wo ene se onya aduane ni onya mu ni onya nwa mfa no aduane onya semina mfa nsi ne nema. Every NDC member and NDC leader believe say when you talk with Ghanaians, talk about food. So pese Ghana ni banje untumu a manaduane ni. NDC for gonna say ade baako pa Ghana for ye hia no ya brabo mani aduane. In fact, Mahama ka kire yen. Okasi ne bo. Okade ne nsasi bo ye bo say we are not after development and I said digitalization, but we are just after what? Dokono, shito, mako, kako, momone, banche, adwene, ene nam, ene na Ghana for ye nidi achire. Na, it is very sad. Say, enipa wudi tumi ama won. Enipa wudwene say, onko babi, onko aban mu, na anka onko tena se nwina adwempa bi mfa nkoso mena wabra bom. Okoduru ho na onwene saa adwene no na de odwene se wo de obedi ane agu efom ene na ehu hia no eya atamudie kese de maganafo tete brem na na ndisi for the manches krokro sekan ene ens nemafo enchenenis asichire ekogi tumi efiri ganafo ensam no